welcome inside fitnessinformant.com, Fitness Informant's YouTube channel. I'm FI founder and CEO Ryan Buck. I want to thank you for stopping by to check out a 100% honest, no bullshit review of MuscleSport's Lean Whey Cereal Edition Protein. Woo! Let's go. A lot of protein companies are coming out now with different cereal-inspired flavors that actually feature real cereal pieces. This Lean Charms one is one of those that feature. Today we're going to talk about MuscleSport Lean Whey on 5 different categories. First, we're going to break down the ingredient deck on this. Why is this considered Lean Whey? We'll tell you about it here in a second. The effectiveness, then we're going to talk about the flavor of this particular one, which is Lean Charms. Mixability, which will show you a video of it. And then finally, we're going to talk about value of this product. So let's dive into MuscleSport Lean Whey. Right away, it starts with a lean muscle matrix. So you have two things, right? So we're going to start with the protein. 23 grams of protein, which comes from a lean whey isolate matrix, which is cross-flow, cold-infused, microfiltered whey protein isolate and highly concentrated whey protein peptides. So this is a really good quality protein, okay? Whey protein isolates at 23 grams, but what they also add is what they call a lean muscle matrix, is why you're going to be called lean whey. It has fiber sol in it, which is maltodextrin, which actually helps break down the proteins. And we have a whole write-up of fibersol over at fitnessinformant.com you can check out. It also includes tauric acid, glycocarn, which is glycine. It also has L-carnitine tartrate. It has MCTs in it. It has CLA in it, and sunflower seed lectin. So basically, it has a fat-burning complex within the protein. It has a way of us in this of breaking down fats and using them as energy inside of a protein. So there's not caffeine, but CLA is something that I actually supplement with daily. I'm a huge firm believer of it, that actually helps break down the fatty acids within the body, and they actually throw it in here. Now, MCT oils, you guys and girls have probably read or heard what the MCT oils can do in terms of that, but you have 5.5 grams of this additional stuff that helps make it your lean whey muscle matrix, which is great. There's also a digestive enzyme complex that I feel they should do a better job of calling out on this. Now, granted, it is at the bottom, so it's a small portion of this, but digestive enzymes is going to help break down that protein so we can get it uptook into our system, the amino acids to help with muscle building. And the last part on this is grass-fed whey. Now, there's no research that says grass-fed whey protein is more effective and better than non-grass-fed. Now, when you're buying your meat at the supermarket, yes, I think grass-fed every day, all day, but when it comes to actual protein powder, nothing says that it is. So to me, it's more of a marketing thing than it is an actual benefit. But if you're looking for grass-fed everything, well, there you go, it's on there. Your other macros include half a gram of fat, so it's damn near fat-free, which is awesome. And it also has 5.5 grams of carbohydrates. So 0.5 grams of fats, 5.5 grams of carbohydrates, and 23 grams of whey protein isolates and peptides make up a really good profile in a lean whey from MuscleSport. In terms of effectiveness, it's an extension of the profile. This is going to be an effective protein powder because of everything that's in it. The lean muscle matrix, which is a great addition. The high quality protein powder, which is going to be absorbed quickly and broken down quickly into the bloodstream to be used to help repair muscle tissue. And your digestive enzyme complex, which is really good to have. One thing I didn't mention too in this profile, there's actually those real cereal pieces, so there's real marshmallows in this. That's like a negative, right? So when you put real cereal pieces and real marshmallows in something, you're actually kind of taking like health a step back, because marshmallows aren't healthy for you, but they're so small and so limited that it just adds to the overall experience. So back to the effectiveness, it's an extension of the profile. It's a good protein, it's a lean protein, it's going to be the effective protein. You don't feel bloated, you don't feel weighed down from drinking this. It's going to help benefit for muscle repair and recovery, especially if you're looking for that whey protein isolate. In terms of taste, I mentioned the marshmallow pieces. It's for the experience. It does have a little bit of taste to it. They do taste like Lucky Charms marshmallows. But where the disconnect to me is, it does not taste like Lucky Charms milk. So Lucky Charms is a cereal made by General Mills. It's a huge cereal, very popular. I used to love eating it. I used to love drinking the milk afterwards. This protein powder, in my opinion, does not taste like the Lucky Charms milk after you get done eating a bowl of Lucky Charms. The marshmallows do, but the actual protein does not. In fact, I'm not a huge fan of the flavor on this protein. I thought it was a weird, off-putting taste for me. It's not a vanilla, but I'm not really sure how to explain it. It's just not Lucky Charms milk. It's not as good as I thought it would be. I was actually disappointed in this flavor. They do have other flavors like CinnaCrunch and I think a peanut butter cup that I'm interested in trying, but this particular flavor, Lean Charms, I was not a huge fan of. I did not think it tasted like the cereal milk from a bowl of Lucky Charms. In terms of mixability, I'm going to show you here on camera. Now, to be expected, what's not going to mix? The marshmallow pieces. They're not going to dissolve in the water. They're not going to break up. Your marshmallow pieces are going to float to the top, and you're going to actually drink those down. So if you're one that does not like chunks and cannot drink the cereal bowl milk with pieces still left in it, you're not going to like this. In terms of the actual protein itself, the protein itself mixes very well. The protein breaks up, it absorbs into the water, but what does not, again, is going to be the marshmallow pieces. So I'm not concerned with the mixability of the actual powder itself. I'm more concerned with the actual marshmallows because there are going to be people who have issues with it, and it does get stuck in some of your shaker cups, like the wire balls, so it does take a little bit longer for cleanup. Just want to call it out there. So mixability is impacted by the real marshmallow pieces that's going to be in this. The video will show that for you. In terms of value, MuscleSport is set up to be a retail brand. What I mean by that is you're not going to MuscleSport.com and expecting to buy this, because this retails for 60 bucks for a 2-pound container at MuscleSport. Now, it's a whey protein isolate, so it can be more expensive, and whey protein isolates might end up being like 50, 55 bucks, so it's not crazy, but if you walk into a retail store that carries it, it's going to be cheaper than what their .com carries it, because they want to support the retail model. So we're going to include a link below for you to purchase. If we have a coupon code to save you a few bucks, great. Otherwise, really the best way to get this, if you want to try this one or CinnaCrunch or some of the other ones, would be to go into a local retail store to see if they carry MuscleSport, because you're probably going to get the best price on that. And so depending on, it's price dependent. Is this worth trying? It's a quality protein. It's just, again, I didn't like this particular flavor, but if you can find a flavor that you like, it's a good quality protein. It would be worth, 45, 50 bucks probably for a 2-pound container. Whey protein concentrates are out there for 40 bucks for 2-pound containers, so just keep that in mind. But their value on their direct to website, it's just over, I wouldn't pay 60 bucks for this, personally myself, at their website. But again, like I mentioned to you, that's not the model they're going for. They want to encourage you to walk into a retail store, spend your money there, and that's where they support them. Make sure you follow us on all of our social media channels. We're on Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, and Twitter. Subscribe to our YouTube channel by clicking on the red subscribe now button here below. Subscribe to our podcast. It's called Be Informed, Live Fit. We're on iTunes, Spotify, Stitcher, Podbean, Google Podcasts, and right here at YouTube. And for this in-depth review, more written reviews, huge supplement deals, rankings and reviews from real testing, check us out on our official website. We're online, fitnessinformant.com.